Is it still a case of in Steve we trust, or is your belief starting to waver a wee bit?
I think that's the biggest worry for Steve Clarke is we're in that point where one bad result's catastrophic. There's no, it doesn't feel like a lot of wiggle room. Where the 2 Euros, a lot of I think the first Euro 2020, I think that was the first go at it. But last summer there was a lot of recriminations. I always felt, I said at the time that I think Steve Clarke missed a step by not having a real exit interview, a proper audit, just to say, listen, this didn't go well. And he actually addressed it when he finally addressed it. He said about his hopes and dreams as I think he feels he deserves a shot to take Scotland to the World Cup. He's the guy that's landed 2 Euros, he deserves that chance. The problem is the team doesn't function correctly. And Ben Doak, that bus we got in the Nations League, we were actually excellent in the Nations League. There was a lot of good performances, but out with that, the Euros it wasn't good enough. And then the Greece defeat's so frightening because that's the problem. These nations who come and go, who've been out in the doldrums, suddenly come with a new era team that are pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah.
We've almost had that era. It feels that these guys, we've never been able to quite cash in on it. And I think now where we are, there's a lot of concerns, and I feel that this group looks pretty. There's not much wiggle room, and we need to get caught. We have to start quitting Denmark. It feels that.
Do you think we should get shot at Steve just now then?
No, probably.
Ahead of the campaign.
No, this is
telling
me.
No. Do you know what? I think he's earned the right to have a crack at this campaign. I mean, this is a guy who, when we came in, we were getting beat at Kazakhstan and all that stuff, and we're lingering in Group C in the Nations League, not qualifying for competitions. He gets us to 2 European Championships, a whisker from the last World Cup. We've got his promotion to, at one point, Group A, which we've been unheard of in the Nations League, back to Group B, which is probably where we belong. I think he's earned the right. I think I understand the question marks. People throw this 5 wins in 22 games and 2 of them against Liechtenstein and Gibraltar, right? So it's not been a great 12 months, 18 months. I do think, though, you need to take into account the fact the reason why we lost games was because we'd already qualified for the Euros. We took on some horrendous friendlies that we were always going to get beaten anyway. And then we're at the Euros. And then we're in Group A. So I think a lot of these fixtures have been beyond our capabilities anyway. We'd have to be punching above our weight to get results in them. So I think the results are a wee bit of a kind of misleading kind of stats. I think he's earned the right to go to the World Cup. If he gets us there, great. He can do what he likes. But I think we need to stick by him and back him all the way to America.